Hello everyone, welcome to the Anime Recap Media YouTube channel. Please like the video, subscribe to help our channel and enjoy this full video.
Kotetsu and Tanjiro are surprised by the sword hidden in Yoriichi Type 0. Kotetsu is excited for Tanjiro to use the sword, but he is scared and they try to convince each other of their ideas. They however decide to take the sword out only to see that it is rusty and they are left disappointed. Hataru shows up and tries to take the sword and the two try to stop him as they wonder about his intentions. Kanamori comes and tickles Hataru until he blacks out. He defends Hataru, telling them that he was training to make a stronger sword for Tanjiro, who is touched to hear this. He gives Tanjiro a temporary sword and promises to return in 3 days with the newly polished 300-year-old sword. At dinner time, Tanjiro is worried for Hataru and voices his concerns to Genya, who is not interested in befriending him as he broke his arm during their final selection. Tanjiro notices that Genya had broken his tooth at the hot spring and says he has it and wants to return it. Genya is weirded out and kicks Tanjiro out of the room. But he is not bothered by this, and as he braids Nezuko's hair he comes up with a plan to befriend Genya by sharing a meal with him the next morning. As Genya goes to a swordsmith's hut to check on his sword and sees it empty, he is reminded of his brother, Sanemi. Meanwhile, Takedo wakes Tanjiro and wants to know about Kanamori. He says he is his new swordsmith and Tanjiro offers to help him look. Saying kindness returns kindness. Takedo is shocked by this and asks him to repeat his words. They suddenly hear something and see Hantango crying as he slowly enters. Takedo attacks, but the demon is quick and dodges it. Nezuko tries to help, but Tanjiro tells her not to use her demon form as it could worsen her condition. With one move, Takedo is blown away while the other demon attacks Tanjiro. Genya shows up and shoots the demons. He then cuts off one of their heads and that demon splits into 2 more demons. A winged clone flies away with Tanjiro while another clone stabs Genya. Nezuko is left behind, trying to save him. Meanwhile, Takedo is running back to the sea when he sees Kotetsu trying to fend off a demon. He claims that a child has the least skills and will be the least useful to him, so he should help those who have the most skills, like the chief swordsmith. But he remembers Tanjiro's words about kindness, and just as the demon is about to beat Kotetsu, Takedo rescues him.
Kotetsu is being attacked by the fish minion and Takedo saves him by slashing the fish. Kotetsu is grateful and thanks him for saving his life. Takedo tries to leave but Kotetsu tells him that Kanamori is also being attacked and begs him for help. Takedo suddenly hears Yubayashiki in his head telling him that he will soon find himself again. In a flashback, Takedo is gravely injured and has lost all of his memories. As a temporary solution, Yubayashiki tells him that even though he is confused to just continue living and in time things will work out. Takedo takes Kotetsu and starts running towards Kanamori, but he is unsure if he is doing the right thing by leaving the village undefended. Tanjiro accidentally cuts the clone of Yorobi, the winged demon, and regrets it because now the demon splits into 2 more clones. But he realizes his attack is weaker when the clones are split many times, their power dwindles. As Yorobi attacks, his clones disappear and Tanjiro realizes he cannot turn into infinite clones and there's a limit. Even so, Tanjiro cannot defeat him. Meanwhile, Nezuko is trying to stop Karaku, the pleasure clone with the maple leaf fan, while Genya is bleeding from being stabbed by Izetsu with a spear. Sakido, the anger clone, is irritated with Karaku and wants him to finish Nezuko off. When Izetsu tries to remove his spear, he is shot in the head by Genya, but he just regenerates. As he finally pulls out his spear, Genya chants the Amida Sutra and jumps up as he tries to kill Izetsu. But his sneak attack does not work, being struck by lightning. Karaku is excited to join the fight and just kicks Nezuko in hopes of killing her. But she kicks him back and using her demon blood art, she uses his own fan to blow him away. Shocked, Sakido stabs her in the neck with his staff and attacks her with lightning. Meanwhile, Tanjiro is still trying to defeat Yorobi. As he pretends to run away and Yorobi attacks, Tanjiro stabs him in the mouth. He then cleverly uses the clone's body as support to fly back to the house where Sakido tries to attack Tanjiro with lightning, but the Slayer stops it with Yorobi's leg. Tanjiro then slices Sakido's tongue as he figures out that the clones regenerate more slowly when their tongues are damaged. But just as he takes out the staff holding Nezuko down, Sakido heals quickly and attacks him. Nezuko blocks him, trying to fight back, but just then Karaku appears. Tajiniro and Nezuko fall through the floor and black out as Karaku laughs that he can finally kill them for good. Meanwhile, the rest of the villagers sound the alarm to alert everyone of the attack. They try to fight the fish minions but seem to be losing. At that moment, Mitsuri, who had been assigned to a nearby district, runs to their aid.
Takedo saves Kanamori from one of the fish monsters and asks him for a new sword. Kanamori says that Tanjiro already asked him to be understanding towards Takedo, and he is moved by the care shown to him. On their way to get the sword, they are blocked by the monster named Gyako. Meanwhile in the village, the swordsmiths cannot defend against the fish monsters. But Matsuri appears and saves them all. She quickly runs towards the chief swordsmith's home, because he is also in grave danger. The demon slayers stationed at the house were all killed by the monster, but luckily Matsuri arrives and defeats the huge demon fish and the chief is saved. Although gravely injured, he still cracks jokes and flirts with her. Tanjiro and Nezuko are still on the run from Karaku and Sekido, and they are seriously hurt from their attack. Nezuko grabs Tanjiro's sword and starts pulling it towards her chest. Back to Tokido, the Gyako monster shows him his latest creation, a gruesome stack of swordsmith bodies. Kotetsu cries as he recognizes his family and friends among the fallen. Gyako keeps taunting him and reveals they are still alive and in excruciating pain, as poor Kotetsu keeps screaming at the sight of this. Tokido attacks the demon, but Gyako escapes by teleporting from one base to another. Tokido takes notice and attacks again, but the demon is much faster and gets away once more. Gyako spawns some smaller fish that attack Kotetsu and Kanamori with poison needles, and the two are defenseless at this point. Tokido protects them with his body, in a really selfless move, coming a long way from berating the kid and seeing him as useless. He has a flashback of someone telling him he is worthless, but since he cannot remember who was it, he gets back to fighting Gyako, who traps him in a suffocating pot. Back to Tanjiro, Nezuko was actually setting his sword ablaze with the power of her demon blood, thus creating an exploding blood sword. He suddenly has an inherited memory of a samurai that looks like the Yorichi doll and finds out that a samurai's sword turns red in battle, just like his did with Nezuko's help. One of the demons remembers that Muzan was defeated by a samurai that he sees in Tanjiro. With a powerful and swift attack, he finally kills all three demons. His joy of seeing Ginyu defeating the fourth one is short-lived when he sees he is now a demon too.
Episode 6. Shocked by Gena's demonic appearance, Tanjiro hesitates to approach him. Tanjiro frees Nezuko and they embrace in relief. Tanjiro discovers a fifth stand among the demons and vows to find it. Gena, filled with determination, declares that he will become a Hashira and seeks Tanjiro's support. As they prepare for battle, the other demons fully regenerate, and Tanjiro urges Gena and Nezuko to engage while he searches for the fifth demon. He triangulates the location of the fifth demon, Hantengu, hiding in the nearby bushes. Tanjiro directs Gena to head northeast while he confronts the demon of joy. Tanjiro guides Gena to the forest while dealing with the demons himself. Gena searches for the hidden demon but struggles to locate it. Tanjiro directs him to the right, where he finds Hantengu, who has shrunken in size. Gena attacks the demon, but his blade breaks, and even his shotgun pellets have no effect. Sekido appears and prepares to strike Gena with his Kakara. Gena realizes he cannot dodge the attack and reflects on his past, recalling his abusive father and protective mother. As Sanemi goes to look for their mother, Gena stays behind to watch their younger siblings. Gena recalls the tragic event where their mother, transformed into a demon, attacked their home, ending their siblings. Sanemi protected Gena and fought their mother, resulting in her disintegration. Gena apologizes for accusing Sanemi of ending their mother, acknowledges the pain his brother endured. They made a promise to protect their family after their father's death. Gena realizes he is about to die and reflects on his lack of talent and inability to use breathing techniques, which prevented him from becoming a Hashira. He questions why Sanemi's smiling face is the last thing he sees and wonders why his brother pushed him aside. Tanjiro intervenes to save Gena from Sekida's attack and encourages him not to give up, reminding him of his aspiration to become a Hashira. However, Aizetsu appears and launches an attack with whipping spears. Gena shoots Tanjiro and sustains multiple wounds, requesting Tanjiro to behead the demon in his place. Aizetsu lunges at Genya and Tanjiro chases after the fleeing Hantengu, eventually reaching a clearing where he confronts the upper-ranked demon with his red blade.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.